After going on safari, I am genuinely confused why March is considered a less than ideal time to visit Kenya. We were some of the only people in the park as we drove around, and while that meant our guide Bundi didn't have as much support trying to find animals, we still saw far more than I ever expected to see. So welcome to part one of the best things we saw while on safari in Kenya. Let's be honest, a lot of these animals you could see in a zoo, but seeing them in their natural environment, exhibiting their natural behaviors, is way better than any zoo experience I have ever had. It really is a team effort when driving around and trying to spot wildlife because a lot of these animals blend into their habitats really well, and Bundi also has to be focused on driving, so we couldn't rely solely on him to pull all the weight. At any given point throughout our safari, at least one person was standing and actively searching for signs of life. When we did finally spot something, we would communicate to everyone where to look by using a clock face, 12 o'clock being directly in front of the vehicle and 6 o'clock being directly behind. We were up super early for some of these drives, like in the car ready to go at 4:30 a.m. early, which left my brain a little scrambled, but all the adrenaline of the adventure was definitely helpful to keep me alert. When we first began our drive, it was really difficult to decipher whether something in the distance was an animal or a log, but the longer we were out there, the more we got the hang of it. I will admit to calling out what I thought was an elephant and ended up just being a large rock, which got me some side-eye from Bundi, but I only made that mistake once. Finally, spotting an animal was a rush like no other. It really felt like an accomplishment, especially because we knew we couldn't rely on other cars to call on the radio and give us a heads up as to where the animals were around the park. I had anticipated most animals we would spot would be pretty far away, but that was an incorrect assumption. I was so pleasantly surprised by how close we were to 80% of the animals we saw. Sometimes they came so near to us that I had to use my phone instead of my Nikon because my zoom lens could not pull out wide enough to get them in the frame. Driving around the plains with the wind blowing through my hair was one of the most freeing experiences I've ever had, and while I loved seeing each and every animal on the safari, the real highlight was all of the babies.